Fox is building you a permission slip for a crackdown. They're doing it with the oldest trick in the book. Take a messy, contested political conflict and turn it into a scary zoo of monsters, so you stop thinking and start consenting. Listen to how fast they jump, from one disputed shooting to a full-blown morality play, where the state is the innocent victim and everyone resisting it is a cannibal, a jihadist, an insurgent, a mob, a no-go zone, George Floyd riots on repeat. That's not reporting. That's a narrative assembly line. And the center of the whole thing is simple: the sanctity of federal force. ICE and Border Patrol aren't treated like armed agencies carrying out a policy choice. They're treated like the weather, like gravity, like something that just has to happen. And the second you accept that, every reaction becomes illegitimate by definition. So the message becomes, you don't get to contest the raid, you don't get to show up, you don't get to watch, you don't get to organize, you don't even get to be loud. Because the moment you are, you become the threat that justifies more guns, more personnel, more coordination, more federal occupation of a city. Notice what they erase to make that work. They erase the raids as violence. They erase what it means to have agents sweeping neighborhoods, chasing people through streets, grabbing bodies, dragging them into the system. They erase the community as anything but an obstacle. They even erase the dead nurse, except as a prop to shame the governor and demand order. Everything human becomes either criminal alien or hysterical activist, and the only grief they recognize is the state's inconvenience. And that whole walls and Holocaust language moment, pure misdirection. They don't care about exploiting genocide. They care about disciplining the one comparison that makes people feel what's happening in their gut, because feelings can turn into refusal. So they scold the analogy, then immediately escalate to their own. Insurgency, jihadists, foreign criminals, a supportive population. That phrase is the tell. A supportive population. That's the target. Not a suspect, not a shooter, the public mood. This is consent manufacturing for turning local government into an arm of federal deportation, for making your city's cops and jails into intake valves for a national dragnet, and for treating community defense as terrorism. The story only works if you stay passive, if you let them define solidarity as chaos, and define obedience as safety. The disruption is refusing that frame, refusing to cooperate, refusing to hand over your neighbors, and refusing to let law and order mean silence while the state hunts people in your streets.